Welcome to today's market report. European stock markets are seen opening largely lower on Thursday as optimism surrounding the latest vaccine news yields to fears for the immediate future due to lengthy lockdowns. DAX futures traded 0.1% higher, CAG 40 dropped 0.9%, FTSE 100 fell 0.8%. Recent positive news from Pfizer was the final results of its COVID-19 vaccine trial, showing it had a 95% success rate on Wednesday, and earlier Thursday news that Oxford potential vaccine showed encouraging immune response in older adults have had a limited impact on the markets, especially with the likes of the UK, Italy and Spain this week reporting their highest death toll from the COVID-19 virus since the first outbreak in the strain. Governments have resorted to partial shutdowns throughout the continent to combat the recent surge in coronavirus cases. And while there has been some success in reducing the rate of infections, it has come at a high economic cost. The European Central Bank projects that real GDP will fall by 8% in the euro area in 2020, but President Lagarde warned this week that the region's economy was taking a bigger hit from the second wave of the pandemic than expected. Additionally, Hungary and Poland are now threatening to sabotage the release of hundreds of billions of euros of pandemic relief and budget funds following a row over the rule of law within the European Union. EU leaders are set to hold a video conference later Thursday to address the hold-up in the release of these funds, which are seen as vital given the escalating health crisis and risk of a double-dip recession. In corporate news, earnings from the likes of Thyssenkrupp and Kingfisher will catch the eye on Thursday, while the European economic data slate centres largely around the Eurozone current account release for September. Oil prices edged lower on Thursday, consolidating after climbing to their highest levels since early September during the previous session after a smaller than expected build in US stockpiles. Crude futures traded 0.6% lower at $41.74 per barrel. Brent contract fell 0.3% to $44.22 per barrel, both remaining well above the $40 mark. Gold futures fell 0.7% to $1,860.55 per ounce. On the FX front, GBP USD fell sharply from above 133 and was last seen trading around 130 to 30, down 0.3% on the day. According to the Commerce Bank, the pair has again tested the 78.6% retracement at 133.10, directly above here lies key resistance offered by the 134.22 multi-year downtrend, and we look for this to cap the market and provoke failure. This is reinforced by the 135.15 December 2019 high. The Times reported that the EU are planning to push for no-deal Brexit amid fears that Brexit negotiations are dragging on without businesses knowing what they need to prepare for the worst scenario. From a technical perspective, with the relative strength index pointing north while holding in the bullish region at 53.07 on the 4-hour chart, remains suggestive of a likely rebound. Even as the key bloc members like France, Belgium and the Netherlands are frustrated over the Brexit discussions. As the Times puts it, the UK policymakers have been cautiously optimistic in their latest comments. UK's Business Secretary Sharma joined hands with EU Trade Commissioner Dombrovskis to convey nearness to the much-awaited deal. However, chatters that Poland, Hungary and France aren't that satisfied keeps the risk elevated. The Brexit matter is likely to be discussed in the EU summit on Friday. Any early signals will be the key for the GBP USD traders to watch. The pandemic resurgence is firming its grips outside of Europe and the US. Tokyo recently escalated the alert levels to the highest, while South Australia also toughened the activity restrictions earlier in the session. While the vaccine hopes are gradually building, the fact that their availability to the final users will take time seems to dim the sentiment. Eurodollar fell 0.1% on Wednesday, ending a 4-day winning streak as the US stocks dropped and the dollar regained poise. The focus now is on the European Union summit scheduled to happen on Thursday, where leaders could push ahead with the coronavirus recovery fund. The pair is currently trading near 118.47, having faced rejection at 119 on Wednesday. The US dollar was up 0.25%, nursed losses on Thursday, following 5 sessions of declines, trading at 92.552. This is today's market news. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.